Special shout out to Nico Hülkenberg. By the way, he's been having some very impressive performances in that Haas.
So Nico Hülkenberg is the Ferrari star.
Now, what does Nani have to say for himself?
Who?
We look like a bunch of anchors because ever since Komatsu took over at Haas, and ever since Komatsu took over at Haas have been looking really good.
Yeah.
They've been looking stable.
Yep.
And that's what Gene Haas wanted for his team.
It's actually Hülkenberg.
And that stability is being offered by a driver who has already signed a contract with another team for next year and beyond.
Do you think he's also maybe regretting signing that contract? Because Kicksauber and Neuer and Haas seem to have a really quick car.
It will be Audi when Audi comes.
Yeah, but do you think Audi will be coming with a silver bullet?
It'll come with money.
We know any new team joining Formula One has to start from somewhere.
Yeah,
they don't start at the top. So I think it's a gamble he's willing to take. You know, the gap between the bottom teams isn't that big because looking at the Racing Bulls, looking at Haas and Williams, they are only separated by I think 1, 2, 3 points. But Haas,
there's a huge gap after Haas to Alpine. So Haas at the moment have 27 points, Alpine have 9. And you know, for those lower teams, 18 points is that's huge.
Facts.
So in the triple header, Haas scored 20 points. And Aston Martin scored 10 points in the triple header. And Alpine 4, VCAB 3, Williams 2, Sauber none. So like Haas scored the 5th most points in the triple header after the top 4 dogs.
Now, speaking of Haas, this is an opening for us to talk about the driver market because Haas, both of their drivers are expected to leave. Hülkenberg going to, Audi. And
we have Bearman coming.
The Viking himself, Kevin Magnussen. We know, I don't think he's going to have his contract extension. Now, Haas,
we don't know. Cindy?
Yeah, we don't know. So, as at the time of this recording, Haas have already signed Oliver Bearman, the F2 prodigy. The F2 prodigy actually has more points than I don't know who, but he has some points in this season's Formula One season after he had filled in for Carlos Sainz. So, we know Carlos Sainz is up for grabs.
He has more points than Gasly, K-Mag, Albon, Ocon.
Yeah, he's P14.
Logan and Bottas.
Now, he has this, and Haas. Let's look at the individuals Haas are looking at. We know they've held discussions with Carlos Sainz at this point because Carlos Sainz, he has nowhere to go at this point. They have already locked down Oliver Bearman. It's either Kevin Magnussen remains or they snap up Esteban Ocon. Now, Esteban Ocon has a reputation of being a very troublesome teammate, but Haas are really interested in Esteban Ocon. There have been rumors circulating that Haas are looking at Ocon favorably. And Ocon's recent performances are... I think I talked about this in the previous pod. I talked about Ocon's performances after he's been told he's going to be let go. His performances are audition performances at this point. And we've seen in the triple header, he has been performing really well. And he's been less troublesome.
Unlike you.
Unlike him. No.
Unlike you.
Oh, goddamn. Yeah, and it's been really interesting to see how these things are unfolding because things are still... We still don't know where some things will where some domino pieces will fall. Carlos Sainz is up for grabs. We know Alpine are taking the Mercedes engine. That's already a wild card in itself. Taking the Mercedes engine, because we can see the other teams who have a Mercedes engine and how they're performing. We can look at the McLaren, see how they're performing. Mercedes themselves are performing okay right now. The team that isn't performing properly with the Mercedes engine is maybe Aston.
But 2026 that's a huge unknown.
Williams, James seems to have figured out how to deal with them.
With?
Williams were down and out, and James has stabilized that ship. So, where are they going? Where is Carlos Sainz going? Is he going to Williams? Is he going to Haas? Is he going to Alpine?
So before your boy, is he your boy?
Yeah, he is
Kimi.
my boy. No. Hey, that's his boy.
Kimi, the F2 whatever. So there were rumors that Toto is no longer considering Kimi because he isn't even winning races, but somehow he won.
A sprint race. That's a sprint race.
He won at the buzzer, at the nick of time.
It was still a race. Come on.
Hey, you're throwing me under the bus. He's the one who was like, what race is that, man? It's a sprint race. You're throwing me under the bus.
Now, because of that, Sainz now his antennas switched to Mercedes, while Toto's antennas are on Max. And basically, I would say Sainz is the one holding up all this, everything. Once Sainz makes his mind,
yeah, things will fall in.
Everything will fall into place.
Yeah.
But Sasa now...
Kapoor Singh! God damn it. Pick a team.
But I don't know how if Mercedes are willing to take him. I don't know how that is going.
Maybe he's waiting for Checo to be shown the door.
He
I mean, that could be an interesting opening.
Like when you have those options there, like you can't even choose.
You know, Checo being shown the door also adds another twist to this story, because the other teams will also now have another driver in the market, and they'll be like,
Checo.
Yeah, I mean, his racing point numbers are really
yeah,
good.
but I don't think there's
those are the numbers that got him the team.
Checo.
No, it's not about the numbers. It's also about the sponsorship, the packages he's bringing, you know.
Ooh, okay, I see your point.
Yeah, so that's another curveball thrown in there.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Hulkenberg, he outscored of the top four teams. No, is it
The big four teams?
the big four teams?
Yeah.
He in the triple header he outscored Charles and Perez. Yeah.
Okay, now ending the note on the driver market, let's talk about somebody who we still don't know where he's going, and his name is Adrian Newey. Now, Adrian Newey, since his announcement that he'll be leaving Red Bull have been going, or Checo rather. Come on. It's true though. You guys have been looking vulnerable day by day. Anyway, so
correlation is not causation, man.
Now, it got to a point, at the time of the news breaking, everybody was like, God damn it, Fred, how did you pull it off? He's undoubtedly going to Ferrari. You remember? Now,
it was you who was peddling those rumors.
I didn't say that. Hey, come on, I didn't say that. In fact, guys from the group had called me to ask, hey, what's going on? And I was like, listen, my honest take is I believe he will actually go to Aston Martin. And I actually made a reel on the Pitboard page on Insta about him going to Aston. I actually wholly believe he's going to Aston. Now, it has been rumored. Guys are following him with a camera. It has been rumored he visited the factories at Woking and Brackley. Now, this is McLaren factories and Mercedes factories. And we know for a fact he has held talks with Ferrari.
You're saying cloud chasing.
Now, this guy has held talks with Ferrari. He has visited the factories at McLaren and at Mercedes. He has also sat down with Lawrence Stroll himself.
Cloud chasing.
Now, these are 5 teams. James Vols outrightly spoke and said, listen, this has always been his home at Williams. This has always been his home. He wasn't even supposed to live here. Remember, he left Williams because he wasn't allowed to buy some shares. Now, these are 6 teams which could potentially land him. And no one at this point is the favorite.
It's good to be in such a position.
Is it?
Like it's like that girl,
such uncertainty.
That girl who is being chased by everybody.
You're not a girl, so you wouldn't know.
It's like
if it's good. You wouldn't know if it's good to be in that position.
Hey, it's good to be in a position where you have options. Wacha nikwambie, people live this life without options.
That's a different context. Now you'll have said as a man, when you have options, it's always a good feeling. No,
exactly.
I can agree with that. Options.
Yeah.
When
he has options, so he's good.
He's heading to Aston Martin. He's going to lead. Remember, there was a time you mentioned Aston Martin want to get into work with their Valkyrie.
Yeah.
As a hypercar. At that point I said they have to make some changes. I think it has now been confirmed.
Yeah.
And Adrian was instrumental in designing that car. I think that's why he's
the fact that so he's not going to Formula 1.
What do you mean?
He's going to work.
Whatever makes the heart fonder. Now, look,
Me, I would want him to
the
build
fact that he
boats.
already has a pre-existing work relationship with Aston Martin, I do think, and I believe Lawrence is a slick talker because there is no billionaire, self-made billionaire. I know who isn't a slick talker. I believe, and the fact that they're also based in the UK, because that was a big deal for him. I believe he could actually say the right things to actually keep him at Aston Martin going forward. And I believe this also played a part into Fernando Alonso signing that lengthy contract with Aston. Because the way Fernando spoke about Aston in signing that contract, the optimism he had and everything he talked, he knows something we don't. And I think during contract negotiations, they were like, hey, listen, Fernando, we are bringing Nui. Just persevere with us.
Are you sure?
Bringing Nui. Are you sure? Yeah, listen, look.
Give him a call.
Yes.
Eka loudspeaker.
Like a loudspeaker. I think that's what's happening, but we still don't know. I don't work at Formula One. I don't work for either of the teams. I'm just speculating. I'm a fan of the sport, like you.
Yeah.
And we are just here to give you some.
This is
perspective.
It's not a home of facts. It's a home.
It's not a home of facts. It's a home of discussions. That's what we call
It's
them.
an entertainment show.
It's an entertainment hub.
It's not a factual show. It's an entertainment show.
We're here to give you perspective on the pitboard discussion. At the pitboard discussions, we're here to give you perspective, banter. We have to banter your drivers.